the comment section. If you can see me, you can hear me, and you can see the slide, kindly indicate in the comments so that we proceed. Good morning, and good day to those that are connecting from outside Nigeria. I made to understand some of us can. Okay, you can see and hear. Excellent. Okay, a few of us are connecting from outside Nigeria, so good day to you, depending on your time zone. We're going to be proceeding on today's class. Excellent. Okay, so that we can meet up with the timing, we've been delaying a few of our brothers and sisters from prayers, and we will not want to delay them. So we will be on clockwork today. Before 1 p.m. This is 11:50. We're a bit behind time, but hopefully before 1 p.m. We should be, say, 12:45 or 12:50 at the most. We should be wrapping up. Okay.
Tomorrow by 10.
Admin, help us mute your mic, please. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sorry.
Excellent. That's fine. Okay, so I've been getting some questions in my DM and some requests, right, on LinkedIn and my emails. I will like to address that quickly before we go into today's class. But first of all, welcome to everyone. Let me start by appreciating each and every one of you that are in class today. You are my most important, most valuable people, because if you are not in class, I'll be talking to myself. Thank you for not making me speak to myself. We appreciate you on behalf of Beige University, the World Bank, the Ideas Project Program. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Also, we'd like to start by appreciating our illustrious, prestigious administration and institution, which is Beige University. Good morning, Dr. Ibrahim. We appreciate Beige University for this program. We appreciate the Ministry of Education. We appreciate World Bank. We appreciate NITDA, the Nigerian Information Technology Development Agency. And I will especially appreciate my organization, Dominion Blockchain Solutions, for bringing this together. So let me bring this to you. This program, you can see, is as a result of collaboration. And I'm going to say something towards the end of the class based off on that collaboration. So please write it down somewhere so that we don't forget. In case I forget towards the end of class, someone should just quickly remind me that I said I was going to talk about collaboration, partnership, synergy. It's very important. So let's go into class whilst others join us. I also have some announcements, some updates towards the end of class. So please, let's all stay together and learn together. Our class is usually interactive. So as we go on, if you have questions, if you have contributions, if you have observations, if you have something to add to our class, do well to note it down and drop it in the comment section. So I appreciate each and every one of you for coming today. We have finished 2 modules, and that's about 6 chapters, right? Module 1 had 3 chapters, Module 2 had 3 chapters, and we are in Module 3. Today, we're going to take 2 chapters because Module 3, Chapter 8 and Chapter 9 are very short. So we are going to combine them together and take them as one entity, but you will see them, you see the chapter 8, you see chapter 9. Now, I believe up to this time, a large number of us have been able to lay our hands on the materials. All right. During the week, I received a whole lot of questions and all that. A few people were saying that they haven't gotten the materials, they are not prepared for the test. I mean, it was a barrage. So please, if you haven't gotten the materials, today will be the final grace. We are supposed to have our quiz today, but a lot of people came to me saying that they have not gotten the materials. Please, the materials are in the Google Drive, and the link for the Google Drive was shared last week. All the materials are there. Now, when you go into the Google Drive, you will see 3 different folders. There's the main lecture presentation, there's the guest lecture presentation, and there's the recommended reading. You are supposed to focus only on the main lecture presentation for this quiz. The guest lecture presentation are materials that our friends from the industry came to share with us, those that are building stuffs in the space. The recommended reading are the federal government blockchain policy, the review, the annual blockchain review, and some other documents that we've shared there, and many others will be shared. But for the quiz, the questions have been pulled and curated only from the main lecture presentations. So for the benefit of those that haven't gotten those documents, go to the Google Drive and access everything from there. I shared everything last week. I'm going to share it again today. But today will be the final grace because we are actually behind schedule on our quiz. Our quiz ought to have gone out, and by now we should be collating the results together, right? Okay, so I'm going to remind admin to share it again. All right, so admin is going to share it again. And if you haven't laid your hand on it, please do well to lay your hand on it. Okay, today is the final grace. Let's share this again. All right, so I've sent it to admin. Admin is going to share it again. Please, today is the final grace. Today is the final grace. After today, we are not going to be telling you to go to the Google Drive to get the lecture materials after today. So please, for those of you that are ready for the quiz, let's carry everybody along. All right, please, let's carry everybody along. Just bear with us for the benefit of those that have not been able to lay their hands on the lecture materials. Okay, for the benefit of those that have not been able to lay their hands on the lecture materials, we are going to have the quiz definitely next week, Friday. All right, please bear with us. Let's carry everybody along. But I'm sounding this as a final reminder. I'm taking my time to do this at the beginning of class so that everybody will hear. This is a final reminder. Next week, Friday, is going to be the quiz. We are not going to extend it again. So if you have not gone through the lecture materials, go to the Google Drive and access everything. Go to the Google Drive and access everything. Admin is going to drop it both here and in the Telegram group. Okay? Admin, please share the link here on this chat, on our comment section. Share the link. I've shared it with you. Marcos, I've shared it with you on WhatsApp. So please share the link here on the comment section and also share it in the Telegram group so that everybody can have access to the file. All right, so that said, let's proceed with today's class. Sorry, I just got one question. Jubril, you said you need the Telegram link. How did you get to know about today's class if you're not in the Telegram group? Because that's where class, the link is usually shared. So if you're not in the Telegram group, reach out to admin so that you can be added there. Excellent. Okay, so today we'll be looking at blockchain governance. Today's class, this particular one, chapter 8, is a precursor to compliance, policy, and regulation. Because whatever you're doing in any ecosystem, regulation is paramount to ensure the ethical operations in that ecosystem. Without rules, without regulations, without laws, there will be chaos and mayhem. Imagine somebody just jumping into a car, turning on the engine and hitting the road without learning how to drive. That person will drive recklessly. That person will put his or her life at risk. That person will put the lives of other road users, properties, infrastructure at risk. Imagine somebody driving into a transformer because that person was not properly taught how to drive. That person was not given a license to drive. I saw this some months ago, sometime last year. Someone bought a brand new car, maybe a celebrity or whatever, got excited, didn't really know how to drive, maybe had learned, but had not perfected the skill of driving, and drove into a transformer. If you know Lekki Phase 1 in Lagos, there's a street called Providence. It can be verified. If this was the platform where I could have shared the picture, I would have gotten it to share, but it just occurred to me now to mention it. And this young man drove into the transformer. Luckily for him, there was power outage at that time. That's why sometimes when PACN takes light, it favors some people. So luckily for him, there was power outage at that time when he drove into the transformer. So he was not electrocuted, was rescued, but the power authority, PACN, popularly known as NEPA, they did not turn on the power when it was time for their schedule. You know, many places they do power rationing. So when it was the schedule for that area, that vicinity to get power, PACN did not turn it on because the transformer had been altered. The integrity of the transformer had been damaged, right? So they didn't turn it on. If they had turned it on, if the transformer was on when that young man drove into the transformer out of recklessness, he would have died. Now, that is one of the reasons why regulation, laws, policies, rules are made. Imagine everybody coming into this space called the blockchain space without rules, without regulation, without policies. The scam we are seeing right now would have been child's play. There would have been far more scams. So regulations are important, rules are important, governance is important. And that's one of the things we'll be looking at today at a very introductory level, right? Blockchain governance. We're going to have another class that is going to look into compliance, policy, and regulation. That is also one of the recommended, I think, compulsory classes, because if you want to be a marketer, you want to be a consultant, you want to be an analyst, you want to be a programmer, you want to be a community manager, irrespective of the stream you want to play in this blockchain space, it is good to understand the governance structure. Okay, so just quickly try to see how blockchain networks are governed, including the role of nodes, miners, and other network applications and participants. Then we'll also see the different types of governance models, proof of work, proof of stake, and the rest of them. Then we'll try to see the challenges that affect governance and how it should be addressed. So blockchain governance refers to the process of decision-making and management of blockchain networks, right? This is the system that ensures the smooth operation of a blockchain network by managing different participants, such as the nodes, the miners. These are different operators on the blockchain ecosystem. Governance is very important. Like I mentioned earlier, it helps to ensure transparency, security, efficiency, and the operations of blockchain. There are basically two types of governance model, right? One is proof of work, the other is proof of stake. Please pardon the duplication of POS. That's human error for you. Okay, for those that are still mentioning they need the Telegram link, please reach out to admin. Reach out to admin so that you can get the Telegram link. Okay. Reach out to admin so that admin can send you the Telegram link. All right. You're welcome. So we'll be looking at these two models. The first is proof of work. Like I said, pardon the duplication of POS. The proof of work model, the POW, miners compete. So the struggle is a competition. They try to solve the complex mathematical formulation that enables users on the blockchain to add a new block. All right. Now, the miners that solve the problem first, or the very single miner or a group of miners in maybe a single block, an entity like BlackRock and the rest of them, if they have miners, the first one that gets to solve that mathematical problem will receive a reward in the form of a token or a cryptocurrency. If it is the cryptocurrency of that network or that blockchain, that is the currency that they're going to receive their reward in. Okay. Proof of work model is used by Bitcoin and many other cryptocurrencies. However, we have seen an improvement. The improvement is called proof of stake. The proof of stake model validates the nodes, right? Validators or nodes are chosen to create new blocks based on their stake or involvement. Yes, Alamin, your contribution is correct. Okay, so this helps to validate, create new blocks based on their stake or their investment in the network. Okay, validators are chosen based on the amount of cryptocurrency they hold, not who was the first to mine. All right, so your involvement, your investment in that blockchain enables you to be a higher stakeholder. You understand? So not in the case where somebody has invested so much on the blockchain, by providing so much liquidity, but that person is not getting any reward for it because some other person was the first to mine. But we will see the benefits of both proof of work and proof of stake in the course of our conversations as we go on this lecture. All right. Now, they receive their reward as well, just as the proof of work receive their reward. So whether it is proof of work or proof of stake, everybody is rewarded for their contribution. This is just the opening. Much later, we are going to go further into the proof of work model and the proof of stake. All right. Now, there are some challenges in blockchain governance because there's a potential for centralization. And one of the things the blockchain is trying to solve is the dangers of centralization. One thing is, as we go on, you will realize that we cannot have 100% decentralization, but we do not want 100% centralization. So what do we now do? We now see a scenario where there is a decentralized centralization, okay, or a centralized decentralization. But a decentralized centralization is even much better. So we cannot have 100% decentralization because they need to be administrators. And if you have administrators, there's room for human error. But that's the reason why you see daily iteration of the blockchain ecosystem. Every day we see new protocols being developed. Like Sunday just said, there's the Stellar Consensus Protocol, right? There's the Federated Bicentennial Agreement. There are many protocols that are coming up every day. There's a distributed proof of stake. Just as we have the proof of work that we felt, oh, the proof of work is not good enough, then we now have the proof of stake. But we now have a distributed proof of stake. So every day there is an improvement that is coming on. And that's why we are all learning together. Okay. There are some that I will share with you that as at the time of this lecture, this material have not been updated. So as you study, it behoves on you to do more research. This is not a kindergarten class. This is a high-level class. So you also do more research as you get access to the information that is out there. Do well to share it in class. Share it in the groups. Let us all interact together, all right? Now, the challenges of blockchain governance where there's a potential for centralization, it can occur when a group of participants control a large portion of the network resources. And that is the fear of the 51% attack, right? This can lead to concentration of power and influence, and it can make it difficult for the network to operate in a decentralized manner. If a group of people come together because they have lots of resources and they're able to buy a large portion of the network's resources, they can control the activities, they can determine the outcome of operations on that blockchain, including confirmation of transactions, including addition of nodes, including rejection of nodes. We cannot have true consensus if a large portion of the network is being controlled by a small collection of people. That will undermine and destroy the entire purpose of blockchain. So if you are a developer and you're working on a project, you must consider, if it's a DAO, if it's something that will have to involve voting, you must consider and put into cognizance the fact that you do not want a small portion of people to be able to control the entire operations of that network. You must put it into consideration. That is something that investors will look at if they want to invest into your system, into your project, into your network, into your service. Because if they see that a small portion of people can control the outcome of that blockchain, it means anybody can determine what happens in that blockchain or not. Imagine developing a blockchain solution for voting in a country, and a small collection of people can determine the outcome of the operations on that network. It means that election will be rigged. So what we are trying to overcome by abandoning or deprecating the ballot system, the paper-based voting, and bringing it on the blockchain, if a small section of people can determine the outcome, it means what you have built on that blockchain did not solve the problem. Do you understand? So if you are coming to an environment like that, perhaps maybe you are a consultant and you have to build something like that for an organization, you find yourself before the Senate, the House of Assembly, to defend that project. Mind you, our senators are not daft. They read and they've gone for studies and they update themselves every day. If one of them now asks you this question, this blockchain that has been built, is it a centralized blockchain or a decentralized blockchain? What has been put in place? What is the governance model that has been put in place to avoid a 51% attack? What has been put in place to avoid the hijacking of the blockchain when it comes to voting and elections? If you do not understand blockchain governance, if you do not understand the model that was used to design that solution, you'll be blabbing. What about if that is a contract that your company is to be given and your organization management says you have gone through, hello, admin? Admin, any issue? We can hear you. There's a background sound from your end. Hello, admin, can you mute, please? Okay, let's go on since it's not speaking.
Hello, admin, can you mute, please?
Yes, I'm coming. Wait, like you are having network issue. We can't hear you.
Okay, there's no issue from my end. There's no issue from my end. Can you, is it okay now? There's no issue from my end. Maybe it's from the other end. Can you hear me now, please? If you can hear me, okay. Thank you, Dare. Okay, if you can hear me, I think we can proceed. Please, if you have issues hearing me, just quickly refresh your network. Quickly refresh your network if you have issues hearing me. So far, my network is fine. Let me just check and confirm, just to be safe. Just to be safe, let me just confirm.
Yes, we can hear you now. Can continue.
Okay, so I just switched network. How is it now, please? Kindly confirm. I just switched network. Kindly let me
Yes, we
know
can.
how it
Yes,
is.
we can hear you. We can hear you. You can continue.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, sir. All right, so what I was saying before we had some technical issues was if you if you were mandated by your organization to go and defend this as a project before maybe the government or some investors, and they ask you what has been put in place as a blockchain governance model to avoid 51% attack or Byzantine fault tolerance or hijacking of the project by a few set of people. If you do not understand what we are discussing today, you are going to mumble and fumble there and you will lose that project. You will lose the contract. Hope we know that blockchain that we are discussing today, we are looking at it also from an enterprise level. Because I know some of us came to this class thinking we are going to open account on an exchange, excuse me, or a wallet, and we'll start giving you signals so that you'll be trading. That's fine. That will come. Relax, that will come. But we are talking about blockchain technology at an enterprise level. Blockchain technology as a business. Blockchain technology for governance. Blockchain technology for B2B, business to business engagement. So I need us to expand our minds and disabuse the street concept of blockchain that is just cryptocurrencies. I need us to start looking at blockchain at a national level that we can use to transform our environment, our country, and our economy. Some of you, after this class, I mean the entire program, some of you, by God's grace, inshallah, you're going to get some jobs in one or two places. You become a consultant, you become analysts. Some of you become programmers. Some of you become community managers. As a matter of fact, an opportunity came yesterday for a community manager and a moderator, but I can't share it here yet until we have that class. Don't worry. Rest assured, other opportunities will come. The monthly salary for that job that I was informed was going to be $500. $500 every month to be a community manager or a moderator. and what you'll be doing is working remotely. They needed about four community managers and one supervisor. So the community manager will be earning about, each of them will earn about $500 each. Then their supervisor, who is like the manager of the managers, will be getting $1,000 a month, and you just sit in your house wherever you are and be responding to queries in Telegram group, on social media, and the rest of them. So those opportunities will come, but before we start sharing such information, we need to go through the class. We know the do's and don'ts. We know the etiquettes of such. There's a class for that, hope we know. Marketing and community management. So there's a class for that. We will get into that. But before we go there, let's finish this, okay? So to address issues like this for this blockchain governance, right, and the potential for centralization, there will be the need for blockchain networks to implement mechanisms to encourage decentralization, such as limiting the amount of cryptocurrency that one participant can hold. Because proof of stake means is to the highest bidder. Alasai, say you're ready for $500. Don't miss class. Any day there's class, don't miss class, because it is during class, one of the class sessions, that I am going to announce such opportunities. All right. It is during one of the class sessions I will say, okay, there's a job opportunity. Go and apply here. Anybody that gets the job, fine. Okay. Yes, compliance officers are getting jobs now. If you know what happened to Binance, right now, any blockchain, any crypto organization, any exchange, any wallet, they need compliance officers. They need blockchain compliance officers. Agencies need forensic officers. So those opportunities are coming, and you guys are very privileged to start this early. So you'll be positioning yourselves on time. Not everybody should be blockchain programmers. Let me tell you the truth. There are some marketers that are making more money than programmers. Yes, I discussed with one last week, and when he showed me his portfolio, I was blown away. He's a marketer, and he's managing over 90 projects. Oh, yes, he has staff, he has a team that work with him, but what that man is making, of course, it's not a Nigerian, right? But even a Nigerian can be that. You can be a consulting firm, a marketing consulting firm, and you can be managing different blockchain projects. This morning, I had a meeting with one of our media team, and we're looking at consulting for an organization, doing one of their media campaign and all that. I had not updated myself. You know, when we saw the cost of developing what we wanted to develop for them, it's over $2,000. Over $2,000. And we are going to be paying our media team about $1,800 to get the job done. One of our lead media team, our team lead, one of our lead media guy is not a graduate. One of our team lead for media, he is not a graduate, right? The money this young boy makes, he does animation, video development, and all of that. The money this young boy makes, if I mention it here, some of you will not be happy today. So rest assured, everybody do not need to be programmers, okay? Just find your niche, build on it, spend time to develop yourself on it, okay? And you'll be happy. But if you're a programmer, also focus on that. And at the end of the day, you'll all be happy. Okay, so there's a potential for hard fork on a blockchain. What is hard fork? This is when a blockchain splits into two separate chains due to disagreements among participants, or due to lower functionality. Sometimes it's not really disagreement. Sometimes we may look at it and say, this blockchain is not functioning at the scale that we want it to function. This blockchain may be having scalability issues. It is slow, maybe it's not secure, it can't expand and all of that. You may decide to do a hard fork, right? This can be caused by differences in opinions on blockchain upgrades, changes in protocol, or other issues like I've mentioned. Now, to prevent hard forks, blockchain networks can implement a governance mechanism that allow the participants to vote on proposed changes to the network, so that one individual or a few group of people do not just come and implement a hard fork. If there is need to implement a hard fork, let it be done by voting. But now, if we back up a bit on the proof of stake model, if a few people can buy resources on a blockchain, they will be able to control that voting. Okay? Because voting has to do with the investment, the stake that people have on that blockchain. So whatever it is you are doing, you must consider all these governance model. It's very important. So that will bring us into blockchain interoperability, because they are a bit related. And like I said, chapter 8 and chapter 9 are very short. So let's put them together. If you are just joining us, it's not a problem. You'll be able to meet up with us, but we have finished one chapter. We're going to the next chapter. There are two short chapters that we are putting on together, all right? But do well to go back and watch this video from the beginning. So chapter 8 took us about 30 minutes because we spent about 5 to 10 minutes doing introduction. Okay, so we go into blockchain interoperability. It is very important today. 5 years ago, sometime in 2018, 2019, when we were still doing the introduction of blockchain and all of that, there was really no need for interoperability because we didn't have plenty of blockchains. We had just a few blockchains. So there was really no need for interoperability. But right now, we have lots of blockchains. And there's now the need for different blockchains to talk to one another. Sorry, my video just went off. Let me try and refresh again. Perhaps it's a network issue. But can you hear me? Can you still hear me, please? If you can hear me, kindly indicate so that I'm sure that we are together. So in blockchain interoperability, we are going to be looking at
Yes, we
the
can hear you.
overview. Okay, thank you, sir. I think my video is back. Okay, excellent. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dare. Thank you, Dr. Ibrahim. Okay, thank you, Anas. So we'll be looking at the interaction between two or more blockchains, allowing for seamless integration and data exchange. It is good to understand the importance of blockchain interoperability and adoption. Okay, then we'll see the different type of solutions when it comes to interoperability. Now, blockchain interoperability refers to the ability of different blockchains to communicate and exchange data with each other seamlessly. Like I said some years ago, this was not a conversation, but today it has become important. If you build on Stellar blockchain, do you want only people that understand Stellar to interact with your blockchain, or do you want to open it up to the market? For instance, if you are building a medical solution, must you compel everybody to come on the Stellar blockchain to be able to use your solution? Yes or no? If you want your project to be big, to be liquid, to be fluid, then you must make it interoperable so that it can interact with those on Polkadot, those on Bitcoin, those on Ethereum, those on ICP. That is where interoperability comes in. Because if you build your solution on one blockchain and is not interoperable with another blockchain or with the other blockchains, then you have limited the capacity of your project. That's why interoperability is important. Okay, it is essential for the adoption of blockchain technology because interoperability allows different blockchains to work together, and it enables greater functionality and scalability. Some of the places that we have seen the need for interoperability is in decentralized finance or DeFi, okay, and different blockchain-based applications, right? Somebody is asking me when it comes to crypto transactions. Well, we'll look at that, but that is not the class, okay? That's not the class, but we'll look at it. Don't worry, I'll scroll up and see if I can answer some questions, okay? So in decentralized finance, users need to access various financial services, such as lending, borrowing, trading, and this occurs across different blockchain networks. Without interoperability, users will need to convert their assets from one blockchain to another, and that creates additional transaction fees, and it slows down the network process. So one of the things that help interoperability is the application programmable or programming interface, API. Programmers will understand this and enjoy it when they come to their session. Okay, but just understand this from a broad perspective, that some of the things, or one of the tools or software that enables blockchain interoperability is API, application programming interface, or programmable interface. There are different definitions for API. Yes, Lawal, you are very correct. So interoperability can also be said to be compatibility. Imagine buying a charger for your phone. You are using maybe a Samsung, and you travel from Abuja to Morocco, and you realize that you forgot your charger at home, or you misplaced it at the airport or something. You cannot find your charger. You walk into a mobile phone shop in Morocco and you say you want to buy a charger. They ask you what type of phone you're using. You say it's Samsung. And they tell you that what they use here is Google phone or any other brand of phone. And their charger is different from your charger, so you cannot get a charger. Just imagine how handicapped you will feel not being able to charge your phone. Why? Because the charger they sell there is not compatible with your phone. So interoperability is the same thing as compatibility. Okay? When you are building a solution on the blockchain, you must think of compatibility with other blockchains. Some of the solutions that are available to achieving compatibility, let me use that word compatibility because interoperability may be sounding high. Atomic swap is one of the solutions for blockchain compatibility. Side chains is also another solution for blockchain compatibility. Cross chains and bridges are also solutions for blockchain compatibility. All right. So compatibility or interoperability is critical for the success of blockchain technology. And various solutions are being developed every day. I can tell you for free that the information you have here is even a little bit old because I updated this slide just a few months ago. As of today, we have more solutions that are available to help solve the issue of blockchain interoperability and compatibility. Okay, let's look at atomic swap quickly. So atomic swap allows for exchange, okay, for the exchange of one cryptocurrency and another. So since we are here, let me answer Hassan Muhammad's question. So Hassan, you asked that if you want to do a transaction from Bybit account to OKX account, right? If you have missed to write a comment, but you use the Ton network, by then the transaction. Sorry, I'm not too clear with your question, Hassan. Hassan, please, can you ask this question again? You say if you want to do a transaction from Bybit account to OKX account, so if you have missed to write a comment, but you use the Ton network, by then the transaction, your question is not clear. Please rephrase the question so that, or if somebody understands this question better, kindly ask it again so that we will know how to answer it. Okay? But atomic swap is done on, maybe you are on, let me say, okay, since you've used Bybit to ask this question, right? Let me see if Bybit has a swap function, because it's been long I've used Bybit. Let me see if they have a swap function. Okay, it's going to take me time to load. But OKX has a swap function, all right? So if we're using OKX, for instance, and you want to swap from, let's say you want to swap from Bitcoin, or you want to swap from Ton to Bitcoin, okay? You have Ton in your wallet. You want to send digital assets to somebody else, but that person says they prefer Bitcoin. That person says they are not too conversant with Ton, but you have a lot of Ton because you've been mining Ton. Now, what do? Since the recipient says it is Bitcoin they want, the Ton network is different from the Bitcoin network. What you will do is, within your exchange, you go and do the swap function and you swap your Ton token for Bitcoin. When you swap your Ton for Bitcoin, you can now send Bitcoin to the recipient. Because if you are sending Bitcoin to Bitcoin, your transaction charges are lower. So you see how atomic swap can occur. But this relies on smart contract, because you are doing a transaction based on a smart contract call. Think about it. Who is doing the exchange for you? Let me use this. So these are two different mugs. Sorry for the light. These are two different mugs. Okay. Sorry about the reflection of the light. So one person has this mug. Another person has this mug. This person says, this is what I have. This person says, this is what I want. So how do you do it? You have to do a swap. For you to be able to do this swap, these are two different products. You need to look for an exchange that can do the swap for you so that you can send this to the recipient. Meanwhile, this is what you have. You don't have this. So if this is a Ton network and this is a blockchain, this is a Bitcoin network, within your Ton network, you need a smart contract that can help you change this to this, so that this is what you now send to the recipient. That is an atomic swap. It is a smart contract that has been built into that exchange. So the exchange is able to interact with two different networks. Meanwhile, you are still within that exchange. This functionality has been put into multiple exchanges. This functionality has been put into multiple exchanges that can help you to do what? Compatibility transaction. It can help you to achieve interoperability. Can we see the practical approach of interoperability here? Let's look at a situation where in the near future, Base University start accepting Ethereum or USDT or eNaira or CNGN. You know, CNGN is the wrapped eNaira. They say the Naira, the stable coin, the stable Naira. Let's just assume, or a Base University token. okay, a BUT. Maybe somebody here will be the one to design the token for Base University. In our programming class, we are going to create cryptocurrencies. You will see how you can create cryptocurrency from a programming perspective. We'll also show you, if time permits in that class, we'll also show you how to create cryptocurrency without coding, a no-code approach to creating cryptocurrency. So you can create a cryptocurrency for Base University. Let's say the ticker symbol is BUT, Base University Token. Now, Base University now integrates their token into their payment system and says if you want to pay for classes, you want to pay for your lecture, you want to pay your school fees, they even want to pay staff, they want to pay us. So students pay for different services with BUT, Base University Token. And the school, the institution also pay us, pay staff, both admin and non-admin staff in BUT. But because you are mining different other cryptocurrencies, maybe you are tapping Hamster, or you are tapping TapSwap, Tapcoin, and that's what you have. For you to be able to pay your school fees in BUT, you need to do a swap, because your Tapcoin or your Toncoin or your USDT token is not compatible with BUT, with Base University Token. Now, Base University Token is running on a different network. Your Tapcoin or your Toncoin is running on a different network. You need an exchange that can help you carry out the swap, the atomic swap. Okay, you see where interoperability comes in. You can design that kind of solution. You can even be the one to design the coin for Base University. You may even find yourself designing or creating tokens for other institutions. You can be a consultant that is not the programmer. You can hire the services of a programmer, but you are the face of the business. You are going from one university to another. You are going from one organization to another. You are helping them create tokens. Some of these tokens are not tradable. Some of them may just be utility tokens. Some of them may be security tokens. Some of them may be governance tokens. We'll get into all of that. But you need to understand the governance model. You need to understand interoperability. You need to understand compatibility. If not, you go and design a token that cannot be swapped. Because if you go to some exchanges, they don't support some tokens. So if you are designing, there's a base algorithm that you need to use. There's a base system that you need to use so that your token is interoperable. Your blockchain is compatible with others. Okay? Well, compatibility is beyond trade by barter. It sounds like trade by barter, right? Swap is more like trade by barter. But compatibility, interoperability is more than trade by barter. Okay? So I have a few minutes to go. Let me just quickly run this. Then the next solution for interoperability is also side chains. So side chains are independent blockchains, okay, that are connected to the main blockchain. And these allow for the exchange of assets between two chains. There are different types of side chains. Go online. Let me give you this as a research exercise and type various blockchain side chains and you will see. Type Ethereum side chain and you will see. Type Bitcoin side chains. You will see different side chains. Read on them and it will help you to appreciate what we just discussed. Okay. The next and the final one for this is cross-chain. Pardon the typo here. Okay, so a cross-chain acts as a bridge between two different blockchain networks, allowing them to transfer assets between them. All this, we see them a lot in DeFi and Web3 solutions. Okay, so blockchain solution for governance or for interoperability. Like I said, we have three. We have atomic swap, we have sidechain, we also have cross-chain, also known as bridges. All right, so that has brought us to the end of today's lecture. We have been able to meet our time. We have been able to meet our time. So thank you everyone for today. Okay, so quickly, let me see if we have one or two questions before we call it a day. Okay, so whilst I will be going through to see the questions we have, I was going to mention collaboration. Collaboration, that's the first thing I said I was going to talk about at the end of the class. Now, in our appreciation at the beginning of the class, we appreciated Bayes University, Dominion Blockchain Solution, World Bank, the IDEAS Program, Ministry of Education, NITSDA, and many other partners that have come together to make this program a success. But what did we discover from that? What did you observe? That is the power of what? Collaboration. Collaboration. So very soon, June has ended. Today is the last Friday of June, so we are entering into July, and we've done about 2 months. So we are getting mature. So we're going to be working with admin to group us. By the time the grouping is done, we will announce the different groups that you belong to. Now, whatever category or whatever group you belong to, you need to learn to collaborate. Some of you may be 10, some of you may be more than 10. It depends. We'll look at it. All right. So you need to collaborate, because by the time the groups have been formed, that's when we're going to give you your capstone projects. Right? We're going to give you your capstone project. So we'll make it easy. First of all, you need to meet. We'll give you a space of, say, 1 to 2 weeks. Hold your meeting and determine the type of project you will want to present. Okay, we'll give you enough time to work on your project, and we'll also guide you. We're going to also be giving you some mentors that will assist you, because I cannot attend to everybody. These mentors will act as your project supervisors. All right, because I cannot attend to everyone. That's just the basic truth. So when that is done, I will need you to collaborate. Businesses thrive on collaboration. The big businesses you see there, they collaborated. And let me tell you, from this class, businesses are going to emerge. That is the idea. That is the idea of this IDEAS program. It's a practical hands-on program. And I'm not teaching you like students in a classroom. No, I am giving you the entrepreneurial side of this technology, so that a few years from now, what you have started as a classroom project can snowball into a business entity. Because in this class, we have some big-time business executives here. I know some of us here are students, but some of us here are professionals. So you have the opportunity to interact with professionals in this business world. It's not everybody that is a core business person, but you will have the opportunity to interact with core business people and see how you can upscale or pivot these project ideas we're going to be sharing and turn them into actual businesses. That will be the joy and the pride of this entire project, if something great can come out of it. So start preparing your mind, start thinking big. The project we are giving you is not for you to pass exam. No, I am not here for you to pass exam. I am here for you to be productive at a global scale. That is my assignment here, and that is what we are going to achieve by God's grace. All right, so let me quickly see if we have 1 or 2 questions. As I'm still going through it, I'm just scrolling through the comment section. A quick reminder, all right, that our quiz is going to run next week, for the benefits of over 20 to 30 people that came to me saying that they have not been able to lay their hands on the lecture materials. Please do well to do that this week. Do that this week into next week, because next week, Friday, we'll have our quiz. We are not going to have any grace. The quiz is going to be done once. We're not going to have a repeat quiz. We're not going to have a makeup quiz. Once the link is open, after 72 hours, the link is going to be deprecated. We're going to take the link down and there will not be any grace period for it. That's why we are repeating it again and again and again. Okay. Anchao, you said you're a final year student for cybersecurity department. Okay. After you completed your BSc, can you proceed your MSc in blockchain? Yes, you can proceed your MSc in blockchain technology. All right. So if you reach out to me, I will give you more information on how you can proceed your MSc in blockchain. There's a scholarship available for anyone that wants to do their MSc, Masters in Blockchain and Digital Currencies. If you want to do a Masters, if you are ripe for a Masters and you intend doing it, you are ready both mentally, your time, resources, and finances, there's a Masters available in blockchain and digital currencies. If you reach out to me, I will give you details. Okay? It's with the University of Nicosia in Cyprus. I am the country's ambassador. I am the country's ambassador in Nigeria for University of Nicosia, Cyprus. But we need to discuss how you will go about it. All right. We'll see if we can also work something out with Base University. Okay, so that you can get more privileges. But there is a 50%, up to 50% scholarship available. The school fees is almost 15,000 euros. The school fees for the master's degree program is almost 15,000 euros. Okay. So if you reach out to me, I will guide you. I've helped over 20 students to get admission for their master's degree program. I will guide you how you can get the admission and also how you can get the scholarship of up to 50%. The University of Nicosia have two programs. There's the virtual, there's the physical. So if you want to study virtually, you can get it. You can get it done from Nigeria here. That's what I did, and that's what many of my friends did. You can study virtually, and you get your degree under 18 months. If you want to go to Cyprus and stay in Cyprus and study physically, you can also get that done. That one is even shorter. Less than 18 months, you finish your master's, and you can come back, or you want to stay there. It's up to you. But if you come to me, I will guide you on how to get that done. All right. Let me see. Okay, so for the benefit of your question, before we start next week's class, we'll look at elevated proof of stake. Okay, we'll look at it. Let me just note it down. We'll look at it, all right, for the benefit of your question. But yes, that is a new concept too. And there is also distributed proof of stake. All right. There are many consensus algorithm and blockchain governance models now. So many. As a matter of fact, different blockchain networks are coming with their various consensus mechanisms. Many of them. So do your job to carry out one or two little researches, and you will see for yourself and the different opportunities that are out there. Let me see, which other question do we have? Sunday, you want to be a consultant and a developer. Oh, wow, that's a lot. That is a lot, I can assure you. But you can do it. So you have an advantage over a developer that is not a consultant. You even have an advantage over a consultant that is not a developer. So on the spot, you can create projects and you can defend the project. I mean, there's a whole lot you can do, but I will advise you not to carry too much, because even as a consultant, sometimes I get choked. There are projects on my table right now that I'm just, is so much. So if I'm a programmer, I will not put in my best into project development because of the task I have to do as a consultant. And as a consultant that I am, I will not have enough time to program. See, it takes a lot to develop projects. If you're a programmer, it takes a lot. If you go through a project development life cycle, right, which is for those of you that want to be programmers, for those of you that want to be project managers, for those of you that want to be product managers, there's a difference between a project manager and a product manager. All right. If you want to be a product manager, you want to be a project manager, there is a course I will recommend for you. Or if you know someone, if you work with an organization that develops projects and you don't have a project manager or you don't have a product manager, because it's not enough to just develop a project and put it out there. That's why many projects fail. There is a course I will recommend for you, but I don't want to just dump so many things on you now. I want us to get to a particular stage. Then I will tell you about the product or project management course. Okay, how to become a good product manager. I have done that course. I did it some years ago, and it has been helping me. If you are a founder, a CEO, or you want to be one, you want to be a founder of a startup, you also need to go for that product management course. You need to go for it. It's actually a physical course. It happens in Lagos, but if we get up to 20, 30 people in Abuja, we can bring it to Abuja, and it runs for 1 week. It's an intensive course. It's a physical course. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to open your eyes to many things. You will see why projects fail. In that course, we evaluated BlackBerry as a case study, and we saw why BlackBerry failed. We saw why Nokia failed. We saw what Nokia did to try to come back. We have seen why many blockchain companies are failing. Imagine raising $1 million in venture capital funding and still failed. So it's not even about money. You can have money, or someone can have money and fail. We are going to look into all of that in that course, so that you can be a round peg in a round hole, or if you want to connect to a square hole, then you can be a square peg. Fit for purpose. Because it will not be good to finish this program, you go and start a project, and that project now fails. There are reasons why project fail, and there are reasons why projects succeed. It's not a wish game. There are principles governing all of this. Okay, so we'll look into all of that, and there are other use cases or case studies that we look into in that course that will help you become a very formidable business. This is beyond Signal Group, beyond pump and dump. We want Nigeria to become a technology powerhouse for Africa and the rest of the world. Businesses that will come out from this class, they are businesses that will change the economy. I have seen it already. I know what many of you here can do. And by the grace of God, all of you will succeed at what you are doing. Okay? There's a question by Benjamin, and this question is to the entire house. Has anyone here used Hashgraph for any project? I know a few of my friends that have used Hashgraph. So I will see if I can bring one of them to share some insight with us in the course of our class. That's why you must not miss any class. You mustn't miss any class, because every class will be dropping intel, updates that will transform what you do. All right, Benjamin, you asked again, is it a type of DLT like blockchain? DLT is blockchain. Blockchain is DLT. Just understand the application. Okay, there is market for blockchain programming or blockchain programmers. There is market for blockchain programmers. It's just that blockchain programmers are not coming together. The good thing is there is an association coming up now, and there are many communities coming up now that you can put yourself, you can belong to, and opportunities will be coming to you. Okay. And there are some things you do that you can help to market yourself as a blockchain programmer. If you're a blockchain programmer, you are not on Discord, you are not on Reddit, then you are wasting your time, because that's where you build your portfolio, then you sell what you have done. If you don't market what you have done, nobody will see you, nobody will know you, nobody will hear you. And also try to attend events. When you go for events, you will see founders, you will see consultants, you will see CEOs that are looking for programmers. But the thing I've seen is many programmers hide in their cocoon. You stay indoors, you don't come outside. That's why marketers are making money more than some programmers. Marketers are outside, they are talking, they are interacting, they are engaging, they are collaborating. But programmers just stay where they are. When you come out and interact, you will build on your network. And that's how you make it in life. If you see the Bill Gates, if you see the Jeff Bezos, you see the Steve Jobs of blessed memories, there are people that interact. They are marketers, hope you know. Even though Bill Gates started off as a programmer, he eventually became a marketer. So you must learn to market what you have. If not, what you have will just be with you and it will die there. Okay, so as a programmer, there's a huge market for you, but you need to come out. So when you hear of blockchain events, come out. When you hear about tech events, come out, interact. You will see somebody that has an idea but does not know how to implement that idea. A programmer is an implementer. So your job is to interpret the dream of the CEO or the founder. Don't worry. Don't worry about the title of being called a CEO or a founder. Everybody wants to be CEO. Everybody wants to be founder. No, everybody do not need to be CEOs and founders. You can be a CTO. You can be a founder. You can be a developer, and you can be established and satisfied and fulfilled. Okay. So that reminds me, October, we're going to be having 2 events in Abuja. Others will come up, but we're going to be having 2. The first week, we're going to be having tokenized economy. I'm the organizer of tokenized economy. If you're a programmer, make sure you come. If you want to interact with people, make sure you come. It's the first week of October. By the time we confirm the date and venue, we'll make an announcement here, okay? The 2nd or 3rd week of October, we're going to be having Digital Nigeria. And we usually have the blockchain day, a particular day for blockchain during the Digital Nigeria conference. It is organized by NITDA. The Minister of Communications will be there. The DG of NITDA will be there. It is powered by NITDA, but it is fulfilled by Dominion Blockchain Solution, the company I work with. So those 2 events for October, I will announce to you when it's time. Make sure you are there. If you work with a blockchain startup and you want to be part of these 2 events, reach out to me. I will give you details. We're already putting plans together for tokenized economy, which is organized by Cyberchain. So if you know you want to be a part of it, whether you want to be an exhibitor, you want to be a sponsor, or you want to volunteer, reach out to me and you get details. I may not be sharing links here, or I may not be doing many announcements here, but I will advise you to follow me on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, I am Jude Ozinegbe. If you follow me on LinkedIn, any announcement that is coming, you will see it there, because our time in class is usually short, so I may not be announcing so many things in class, okay? But if you follow me on LinkedIn, you will see and hear those announcements, and you'll be able to partake. Aminu, you said programming is your cup of tea. Congratulations. So there's market for you, all right? And when it's time. So you have seen Aminu. What we are going to do is, all of you that are programmers, by the time we create the different groups and we add you to the groups, please, if you are more than 2, you are more than 2 programmers in a group, inform us. We're going to make this announcement later anyway. Inform us so that we can put you, maybe the third person, we can put you into a group where there's no programmer, because every group must have a programmer. So guys, begin to identify the programmers that we have here. All right. Okay, so back to your question, Hassan. I think you asked me the question again. Okay, but before you, Suleiman said your question is about internship program. Is it remotely too? So it depends on the organization you are matched with. Hopefully, we're looking for opportunities for everyone by the grace of God. After the 6 months of study, the next 6 months will be for internship. So we are working towards that. It depends on the organization that you get engaged with. If the organization wants you to work remotely, good. If the organization wants you to work hybrid, both remotely and physically, fine. If the organization insists that you must work physically, depending on their nature of operation, then you will have to report physically. Okay. But while the conversation is going on, while negotiations are going on, we'll be able to determine whether it is 100% remote or hybrid or 100% physical. Okay, so Abdul Salam wants to help Hassan on his question. Say, you guess he's talking about forgetting or not putting comment or memo when withdrawing an asset, for example, on the Ton network. Yes, it's so it depends. For Ton, I've done it before. I forgot to put memo. It didn't really affect my transaction. My transaction went through. But I've used one network before. Can I remember now? I'm trying to see if I can recall that network. Let me check my assets now. What was that network I used one time? Is it I can't recall. If you don't put a memo, your transaction will get lost. So you need to read the instructions carefully. Some of the memo is just ordinary comments, does not affect your transaction. If you are interacting or you want to interact with a network, a blockchain, please do well to read the questions very well. Do well to read their instructions very well. If they say that you must put a memo for the transaction to go successfully, then put the memo. Okay? If you don't do that, your transaction get lost. And if it's a DeFi platform, there's no customer care to talk to, and that means your money is gone. Okay, Abdul Rashid, you said that's conversion. Let me see if I can follow up with that question. Okay, I think you already understand what you meant. That's conversion, or that's convert, you mean. Swapping, yes, swapping is also conversion, to convert from one currency to another. So some blockchains call it swap, some call it convert. Okay. Yeah. So Ansel, you say you done community manager for Greek Coin, user marketing for that social media platform. Okay. Okay, so that's fine. So when opportunities come, that opportunity has already gone. That came up yesterday, and in less than 3 hours, the position was filled. So Anselm, don't worry. Whenever opportunities come, we will announce it, and those of you that are qualified will get the job. Abdulrazak said you lost some of the lecture materials. Go to the Telegram group. We have shared the Google Drive link there. You will see all the materials. You can always download it there again. Hassan, you say you forgot to write memo tag, but a transaction was successful. Yes. You say, but it was not successful in OKEX. Bybit is a centralized exchange, so write to them. Write to them, but I think Ton needs a tag, right? Ton needs tag. So write to Bybit. They can help you. Okay, Hassan, write to Bybit, because the issue is not with OKEX. You're initiating your source transaction is Bybit. So go to Bybit and write to them, provide them the hash, the TX ID, and they should be able to help you. But don't make such mistake again, because Ton needs tags. So always make sure you follow the instructions. If you don't do that, there's nothing anybody can do for you. Okay. Yes, Ismail, I think I've talked about collaboration. Thank you for the reminder. It's time for prayers. Many people need to go for prayers. So please, we will need to wrap up. Anyoma, you say you need my number for counseling. Is it prayer? Is it prayer, or what type of counseling? Is it prayer or therapy? Prophet Brian said attendance is on the group. You would have joined the class through the attendance link. So I think that's possible. So thank you for dropping that there. So the grouping, Lawa Mukta just asked, do we do the grouping based on states or at random? That's a good question, because some of us are in different states, right? So I will speak with admin. We will check we'll check your file, okay? We'll check your file and see the different states that fellows belong to. Let's see if we can do that based on state first. Then after that, we will now come to do randomization, because we don't know where everybody belongs. Okay, we would have given you the power to choose your groups, but we don't want a situation where one group have 10 programmers and another group doesn't have a programmer. The group that has 10 programmers, we have an edge over the one that doesn't have any programmer, right? But we'll see how we can work it out. Lawa, thank you for that question. We'll consider it. Anyoma, my email is trijude, tryjude@gmail.com. tryjude@gmail.com. trijude, tryjude@gmail.com. I've shared it before and I'm sharing it again. tryjude@gmail.com. That is my email. If you send me a mail there, tell me what the issue is. I will know if it is fitting for a counseling session or not. I am a facilitator, not a counselor. Okay, I am a facilitator, not a counselor. So if you want counseling, please, Abdul Mumin, you also need blockchain counseling. Wonderful. Counseling is, and you might want blockchain counseling. Counseling is paid for. Okay, counseling is like therapy, except we mean something else when you are talking about counseling. Okay, but if it's counseling in form of therapy, it's a paid session. After class, my sessions are paid. After classroom, my sessions are paid for. So if you come to me outside classroom, the first 30 minutes is $100. After that, we keep going upper, we keep going higher. As dollars is going up, that's how we are going up. We are going higher. Yes, we are. All right. Okay, so a few more questions. We are through with lecture, so that for those of us that want to go for prayers, we can go. I'm just trying to see if I can catch up with the different questions we have in the group. Okay, Dr. Ibrahim said, won't it be good is based on specialization? Okay, so what we will do is, after the grouping, discuss within your groups on your specializations and your locations. Then we'll now do swapping. Is that fine? So after the initial grouping, okay, we'll now do atomic swapping. Because if we want to wait to get all the details, we will not make progress. So we are collating it already, okay? Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Billy Kisu. Thank you for everyone. Thanks for your comments. So it is a capstone project that is not just your preferred part in blockchain. When you come together and you see your strengths, you can now choose We'll give different topics. We'll give different project topics. You can now select from those project topics and use that to develop your projects. Okay. We'll give different project topics. Some people maybe 5 different groups may be doing the same type of project. It doesn't matter. It is your creativity that will determine the outcome. Okay. Excuse me. Al Hassan, you said your problem is attendance. Please, what is the main issue? Send it to ideas@baseuniversity.edu.ng. Your main problem is attendance. Please send the mail to ideas@baseuniversity.edu.ng. Okay. Ayodele say you switch from artificial intelligence to blockchain. Now you're unable to sign in and emails are not being responded to. Please send the email to your queries to ideas@baseuniversity.edu.ng. Because some people have been sending emails to me. I am not in the admin office and I will not be able to help you with that. Okay. Mustafa, please don't stress yourself. Okay. Don't worry. After we've done the grouping, we'll give you topics to choose from. Then, based on your core competencies, that's what we are teaching you. We are going to guide you. Don't stress yourself. In fact, you guys should not stress yourself. When we group you, we'll give you mentors and we are going to guide you. Okay. Ideas Professional Certificate can be used to pursue further education. Yes, because it is backed by Base University, backed by Ministry of Education, backed by NITDA, backed by World Bank. Okay, it's a kind of diploma. So you can use it to pursue further education. But that depends on the institution that you are speaking with. That's why if you have, maybe you have a qualification in economics or something, and you want to study a master's in blockchain. So you have a BSc in economics or a BA in arts, and you have taken this program. You can combine those 2 certificates and use it for a master's degree program in blockchain. I can guide you with that because I work with University of Nicosia in Cyprus, and I've helped over 20 students or 20 people to get admission by the grace of God, including the former director of Binance Nigeria and many other people by God's grace. So don't worry about that. Your certificate from the Ideas program is a robust certificate. So, I mean, you said before writing a capstone project, can we give you list of projects which to select from? Yes, we are going to give you when the time comes, but we have to do the grouping first. Okay. Anyoma, I've mentioned my email, trijude@gmail.com, or follow me on LinkedIn. Okay, on LinkedIn, I am Jude Ozinegbe. So type Jude Ozinegbe, see my name on the screen. Type Jude Ozinegbe on LinkedIn and you will see me there. Follow me, send me a direct message in my email and I'll reply you. We'll go on from there. Okay. We do not have a BSc program for blockchain yet. So Kabiru, we do not have a BSc program for blockchain yet. So you may not be able to apply as a direct entry student for blockchain after this program. But hopefully, when Base University is able to have accreditation for a BSc program for blockchain, definitely you'll be able to come on board. Okay. If you studied something else, Nelson, you can still study MSc in blockchain because if you studied arts, economics, accounting, medicine, law, engineering, you can do MSc in blockchain. All right. Jamil, my LinkedIn handle is Jude Ozinegbe. I can't type everything here right now. Is Jude Ozinegbe. Jude Ozinegbe, linkedin.com/Jude Ozinegbe. Okay. I'm trying to get it linked in, all right, .com. Okay, let me see if I can just type it here for the benefit of everyone, /in/ okay, I've typed it. Let me share it, just a minute. Let me share it. Sorry about the background noise. They're carrying out some maintenance around the office area. HTTPS. Just a minute. Sharing it right now. Okay, so I've shared the link to my LinkedIn. You should be able to connect with me there. Sunday say take one step at a time, pray for long life. Amen for everybody. Yes. Please, admin, speak with them in the Telegram group on the attendance issue. Yes, you can be a consultant and an analyst at the same time. They go hand in hand, Shamsuddin. All right? They go hand in hand. In one of our classes, I will bring one of the leading blockchain analysts in Nigeria. I will bring him to class in one of our classes. In fact, he's the leading blockchain analyst on Channels Television. I will bring him. He's also a consultant. Okay? I'll bring him. He will tell us some things. Telegram group link has been shared before. I don't know why some of you do not have it. Admin, please share it again for everybody to have it. Please share it again for everybody to have it. Thank you. Sorry about the noise. Sorry about the noise. Please bear with me. Let's see. Thank you. Admin has shared the Google Drive link. Please also share, admin, please also share the Telegram link so that those that are not there should join. Please, this is not a support group. This is not a support area for crypto exchanges. Please, let's stay on the track of our study. This is not the support team. This is not the admin for any crypto exchange. Because it's a class that deals on this topic, we'll try as much as possible to touch one or two things. Sorry about the background noise, please. Maintenance work is being carried on here. Sorry about it. Sorry about it. Just a minute. Let me see if I can minimize the noise. Please, if you have any issue with the people that sorry, please. Okay, I think it's a bit better now. Sorry about that background noise. The maintenance is being carried out in my office area. Okay, so speak with your friends too, all right? And also join their Telegram communities. Whatever exchange or whatever wallet you are interacting with, join their Telegram communities, ask questions there. It's going to help you. Okay? Good. Okay, so you're a developer, Anselm, in the making, but planning for your MBA program. Okay, do you have a master's? If you don't have a master's, I will recommend you do a master's in blockchain and digital currency. Because in the master's, you will do a capstone project, which is like an MBA. You will do a project, okay? So it depends. That can actually double for your MBA, your master's degree program. Except you want to do an MBA that focuses more on the business side of things. But if you do a master's in blockchain and digital currencies, it will help you understand the business side of blockchain. All right. Admin, please, can you share my LinkedIn handle? I shared it, but it's deprecated. So if you can share it for everyone to be able to follow, that would be good. I've shared it with you. If you can share it for them to follow, so that I can attend to the counseling there. Okay. All right. So finally, for those that have been asking how to get the book, Embracing Nigeria Digital Economy, where I introduced blockchain technology, it has been shared in the group before. It has been shared in the Telegram group before. So do well to go there and engage with it. Do well to go there and engage with it. Thank you, Judith. Do well to go there and engage with it for those of you that are still asking how to get it. Okay? Do well to go there and engage with it. It's not compulsory. It is not compulsory. If you are interested in it, fine. But it is not compulsory. For those of you that are interested in getting it, go and engage with it, but it is not compulsory. I've shared it before. There, you can get it on Seller. You can also get it on Amazon. But like I said, it's not compulsory. If you want to interact with it just to help you understand some of the things we are discussing. As a matter of fact, we have actually gone beyond the standard of that book in this class, because we've explained a whole lot. We've explained a whole lot to you. So we've gone beyond the standard of the book. But if you still want to interact with it, not a problem. You can interact with it. All right. And it's good to have such materials in your arsenal, because when you are doing projects, even beyond the ideas program, when you are doing projects or you are doing research on some other things, materials like that can help you. Okay. So we are out of hard copy. I think we did about 1,000 copies and we've sold all of them. We are sold out on the hard copies. We're going to prepare to print another one. I'm actually working on an extended edition, but you can always get soft copy from Seller. You can also get it from Amazon. Okay. Admin is going to help us in sharing the link as well. Admin, please help us in sharing the link as well, so that those that are interested can interact with it. So we've overshot our time, but we actually achieved our 1 hour of class within the appropriate time frame. So thanks to everyone that was able to join us today. And next week, like I said, for those that came late, we are going to have our quiz next week unfailingly. And there's not going to be a makeup quiz. There's not going to be a repeat quiz. That's why we've given another extension. We've given a 1-week extension. Go to the Google Drive, get all the materials from chapter 1 to chapter 6. That's where your quiz will come from chapter 1 to chapter 6. Okay? Attendance is part of your continuous assessment. The quizzes are part of your continuous assessment. The capstone project, which is your main assessment. In fact, your capstone project is like your exam. So these are what we are going to use for your assessment, for your grading. Attendance, quizzes, and capstone project. That's what you will use for your entire grading. So please do not take anyone for granted. It's not as if we are going to use that to determine your life, but it shows your involvement. Okay. And that's what will make us know that you've appreciated the work we have done. So thank you, everyone. Really appreciate you today. Thanks to all our sponsors and partners for making this possible. And thanks to our wonderful technical support for always making sure that we have hitch-free classes. God bless each and every one of you till we meet next week. Stay safe. Keep doing your best. Keep putting your best foot forward. And I pray that you succeed in everything that you do. Once again, I'm Jude Ozinegbe, and I yield the mic. Admin, if you are here, you can go ahead and give any announcement that we have. If not, we've come to the end of today's class. Thank you, and God bless you.